The 2025 job market. It is quite the interesting place to be. And there are two classic strategies that you will hear people constantly battle against in terms of your applications: shotgun volume application or doing a select few and the quality approach. Today's video is going to be about which one of these two actually succeeds and works today in the 2025 job market. All right. If you don't know much about me, I never went to college. I hit six figures by 23. I took a 2 year break from work and returned with a 65% pay cut. Since then, I've quadrupled my salary and achieved 9 promotions. As a career coach, I've helped over 400 clients since 2023 hit 97% of their goals and boost salaries by over $3 million. My name is Zach. I'm the owner of Promoted. My systems work. And today, we will settle the debate of shotgun application or quality application. All right. So first, what are each of these? So if you've heard the term shotgun applying, typically this means doing a volume-oriented approach. You're just trying to submit 20, 30, 40, 50 applications a day and just hoping something hits. Quality is the exact opposite, meaning you maybe are submitting 2 to 3 applications per day, but your documentation from your resume and your cover letter and a presentation and things like that are perfectly tailored and nuanced to that specific job application you are doing. And I am here to tell you that they both suck when you do them incorrectly. So, what do I mean by this? So, the first one, shotgun application. I will tell you, this is something that I actually use the most frequently for myself, is the shotgun approach. But you don't just apply blindly. That is the common misconception. So if you were to, for instance, dive into LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, etc., here's how I say the shotgun approach is supposed to be used to be effective for you. So the first is you want to apply all of your filters from the get-go. We're talking salary, comp, remote, hybrid, on site, what level of leadership or in your career between, entry level, mid-career, senior IC, manager, director, executive, etc., what the company's mission, vision, values are, location, all of those things. You want to maximize the filters to have the most alignment as possible on the front end. Okay. Second thing you want to do is, do you need to tailor your documents to every single application? Absolutely not. Okay. So what you would do for a shotgun application is when you're doing your keyword matching, your position, title, things along those lines, you'll want to pick 3 to 5 job descriptions with some varying language across them, but all in the exact same title or realm in which you're looking for. Then you want to try to disperse the keywords from those 3 to 5 job postings throughout your resume accordingly. Because you might see something as simple as, let's say, key accounts or strategic accounts or VIP accounts, right? Things like that from an account management perspective. So you want to sprinkle those variations throughout your resume. That's how you end up having a kind of a one size fits all resume to be successful. Second, you should, however, use AI to write your cover letters every single application and be unique to your resume and the job description that you're applying for. But the key is you want the cover letter to deliver a message. So you want the AI to include much more of the narrative side of the equation. Your resume is saying what you've done, your impact, your metrics, essentially, look how awesome I am. The cover letter should be saying what your approach is, why you are passionate about it. Or if you're maybe moving careers, what is transferable? What's driving the transition? If you're returning to the workforce, what was your break about? What is the driving force for your returning? If you're relocating, right? How quickly are you relocating? What are you looking for in it? And again, what's the driving force there? You want the cover letter to answer the questions about, who is Zach? Who are you and why are you applying to this job? And you should be able to spit that out. Here's how I would typically do it: is you get the job description, you have your resume, go over to AI and say, hey, I need you to write me a cover letter based on this job description and this resume. Upload your resume, and here's the overall message that I want to deliver. You should be able to have that in a relatively copy paste format to where all you are changing out is the job description itself. And while it's writing your cover letter, you're filling out the application. So you have no lost time. Okay, that is how you ping pong back and forth there and allow you to get your volume in from that approach. Okay, third thing, if you really want to maximize this approach, like min-max it, you want to go using LinkedIn, Indeed, and ZipRecruiter. Now, I personally, I go all in on LinkedIn. That's what I've done with my clients. That's what I do myself. That is what I swear by. And it's only because LinkedIn is your one-stop shop for applications, networking, brand building, authority building, everything all in one. So if I'm going to invest time in a platform and I want to maximize my visibility, I should be doing it on LinkedIn because I can do it from every single approach, from application to networking to authority building. Okay. Now, fourth thing, this is key for the shotgun approach to work. It must be done daily, and you must be an early applicant. And that is what I really like about LinkedIn. Early is the early applicant piece. There is a filter specifically for being an early applicant. It is a toggle in the filters of LinkedIn to turn on whether you are not within the first top 10. It'll say under 10 applicants that you can toggle on and off. So you do all of your filters and then you toggle that on under 10 applicants and then apply. And then turn it off and keep the other ones within the last 24 hours. And that last 24 hours approach is why it must be done daily and how Shotgun works successfully is it needs to be done daily. If you are passively looking, if you are looking just nonchalantly, maybe a couple times a week, don't even try the shotgun approach. Only go the quality approach. But if you are sitting down and designating, 2 hours a day, maybe an hour in the morning, an hour at night, something like that, like consistent, or even just once a day, but every single day you are sitting down to apply, shotgun approach will work for you. Okay. Now here's my other asterisk to make this work. When you do get that call back, you do get that talent acquisition, HR recruiter call, immediately company research, super, super heavy. Nail that on the fly HR interview because it's usually just nonsense, right? It's recapping your background, going over your resume, blah, 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 blah. Okay. If you're not getting past HR interviews, then you need some serious help and you should use the link below in the description that is going to be starting your 7-day trial for the promoted career acceleration. But most of us, we're getting past the HR side of the equation. So immediately flag that you got that in your spreadsheet tracker somewhere that you are storing notes. Go ham on company research, social research, networking with people. Like, go all in. That is when you go quality. Okay, is when you get that call back. All right. So to sum up how to make shotgun work for you. 1, must be done every day, and you must be an early applicant. So you do that by either toggling on LinkedIn's under 10 applicants in less than 24 hours, or just always ensuring that when it says the number of applicants, that you're within the first 50 or so. 2, when you do get a hit, go ham on the company research, social research, etc. 3, tailor your cover letters each time written by AI. Have AI write the cover letter while you're filling out the application. Turn it into a copy paste prompt. And the cover letter should deliver a character narrative type of letter about you and you as a professional. Okay. 4, use the keywords search capabilities and narrow down with the filters on the job search. And 5, apply to every single one after you have done all of your filters, not some, all of the filters apply to every single job available every single day. That is how you make shotgun work, is that criteria. And here's the thing, because you're doing all your filters, you won't be submitting 40, 50 applications a day. You will probably be submitting somewhere between 10 and 30, depending on how in demand your role is. So that is why I say do all of the filters, but you maximize alignment on the front end. All right, now what about the quality approach? Again, this is equally successful. Neither of them are better than the other. But I want to tell you why most people fail in the quality approach. And it's because of how it used to be done. The previous historical, traditional, pick your word, way to do the quality approach is to tailor your documentation to every single application. Documentation in this instance being your resume and your cover letter, meaning they need to be rewritten, re-optimized, whatever. You have a master resume that has all of your awesomeness, and then you pick and choose and combine the things that you need in order to build that specific resume for that specific job application? No, absolutely not. Not only is this going to be a waste of time because if you use the resume strategy I said in the shotgun situation to where your resume is optimized for about 3 to 5 job descriptions within what you're applying for, you'll be hitting the 80-90% anyways. You will just be wasting your time. In 2025, quality is about networking, not pristine applications. So in my last video, which is linked in the description, I show you how to automate building your 6-month plan with a single ChatGPT agent prompt. Okay, that is what we are talking about. So here's what a quality application looks like. Honestly, no different than a shotgun application. You have your optimized resume, you have your uniquely position tailored cover letter, but you're not investing time into the application. You're investing time into networking at the company. So you're going to use LinkedIn, you're going to go to the company page. It'll tell you the amount of employees, and you will click on that in order to get access to the company directory. It's effectively an entire directory of everybody who's on LinkedIn who works for that company and has their profile accordingly. Okay, now we're looking for two kinds of people that will give you two different strategic approaches. So, one is you're going to be looking for people who are going to be in your decision making hierarchy tree above you. So, if you're an individual contributor, maybe it's supervisor or manager. If you're a manager, it's a director. If you're a director, it's a VP. If you're a VP, it's an executive, right? It's a C level. So, you are looking for people above you. Okay, they are who you're going to deliver that 6-month plan we had ChatGPT build for you. That's who you're going to get them to. And you're going to do a very simple outreach message. You're going to do it with a connection request because when you then connect with them and they accept, then you might get access to more contact information on their profile, such as email and phone number. Okay. So people that are above you, you're going to reach out with a simple message. Hey, John, I noticed you've been with the company for X amount of time. I applied for blank position. I would love to send you my 6-month operating plan for the day that I start. Boom, they accept, they get that message. And as soon as you get notification that they accepted your connection request, send off that 6-month plan and then wait and then sit back. Okay. So that's the strategy for people who can make the decision about your hiring. Second type of people. So these are going to be people that are lateral to you, or if you're in leadership that would report to you. And these are going to be info gathering resources. So if you wanted to hold off on that 6-month plan for maybe a couple days after you send in your application, then what you'll try to do is connect with people lateral or beneath you to gather information. So again, if you're an individual contributor, look for people that do the same job that you're already applying for. If you're a manager, look for other managers. If you're a director, look for other directors, right? So on and so forth. Okay. And what you're going to try to do is, again, a very simple outreach message with a connection request so that you can, again, potentially get access to their email and their phone number. And what you're going to do is say, hey, again, John, I see that you've been working for the company for a few years. I'd love to get your take on the company's culture or what it's like being a new employee. Or since you've been there 10 years, how have you seen them change over time? Right? You are trying to gather info from them. Just exchange a few DMs. Maybe after a couple DMs, ask if they're open to a quick 5-10 minute phone call, whatever you're comfortable with. But this is trying to get you to gather information that you can then add to that ChatGPT agent prompt that has insider intel for your 6-month plan. Try to gather the pain points, try to gather the positives, right? This is what you're trying to drum up in this research. All right. This is what makes a quality approach. It is not about investing 30 minutes per application. It's about investing 30 minutes or more of networking time at the companies that you want to work for. That is what works in 2025. And you have heard me say before that I have since been corrected on that 85% of jobs or whatever it is are landed through networking. And it's not. Depending on your source, it actually ends up being closer to about 35 to 65%. Again, depending on your source and also your definition of networking. But either way, even the low end of that being 1 in 3, how are you doing right now? What's your responses like? Okay, so the ultimate verdict of shotgun, meaning, as many applications as you can send per day, or quality, meaning few but high networking in 2025, honestly, I have seen them both work. They are both super effective. Okay. As long as you do them correctly, right? If we want to recap real quick, the shotgun approach, tailored resume to 3 to 5 job descriptions, unique cover letter for every single position. It needs to be done daily. You need to be an early applicant. And as soon as you get a call, go ham on research for the company, their socials, website, etc. Okay. For quality, it's not about investing in the promotions or in the postings. It's about investing into the networking. Use my last video, again, linked in the description below, for the one-shot chat GPT prompt to build your 6-month plan. Get your 6-month plan in the hands of people on LinkedIn that are above you in the hierarchy chain. Locate people that are lateral or beneath you to gather information about the company, trying to connect with as many people as possible, start up as many conversations as possible, and get your name floating around the company. All right. Now, which one of these is better for you? There is some criteria here that I would say. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, do I care who I work for? If you really don't have a lot of company requirements, meaning what their mission, vision, values, maybe social sentiments, investments, things like that, then go ahead and go with the shotgun approach, right? I think that that's going to probably behoove you better, unless you are also really good at networking. Then go over to quality. But if you're somebody who maybe has a bunch of qualifiers for the type of company that you're going to work for, so you're going to be limited less by job postings and more by companies hiring for that role, then you want to go the quality approach. So that way you can maximize the chances at the opportunities from the companies that you have available to you. Okay. So that would be my initial distinction as to which one of these is going to work better for you from a sustainability standpoint. Do you have a lot of qualifiers for the company you work for, or do you not? And if you do, go the quality approach. And if you don't, go the shotgun approach. Now, if you want to dive deeper into all of this, October 3rd, I am hosting a free job search strategy masterclass linked in the description below that you can sign up for today. All right. Now, if you want my exact playbooks, AI tools, AI prompts, downloadable resources, video walkthroughs, start your 7-day trial of Promote a Career Acceleration, which is linked down below. Again, I will link up here the video to my link to my previous video on building the 6-month plan, since that is crucial for the quality approach. I hope you figured out which one of these strategies you want to employ. Maybe you want to experiment with them both. Maybe you want to have some fun. But either one will work. If you like this type of content, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you have any questions on any of this, leave a comment down below. I respond to every single comment on every single video. Check the track record, because that's what I'm here to do. Thank you. Until next time, get seen, get paid, get promoted.